Hey guys, welcome back to JSA's YouTube channel. I'm out here in the woods. Me and Brandon are on a special assignment this morning, but it's like 7 a.m. I'm gonna come wake him up here. Yo, Brandon.
What's up?
You ready to go?
Yeah, let's get it.
So this is Johnny's outdoor mini ramp, and as you can see, it's kind of destroyed. It doesn't have the proper material on the top, so the weather has got to it. It's bubbled, it's warped. It's completely unrideable right now. So our mission today is to get some nice new material to put on top of the ramp. So we're about to drive 500 miles to pick up some ramp armor from our friend and professional skateboarder, Judd Held. We're driving all the way to St. Joseph, Missouri. We're gonna skate his indoor park for a little bit, load up the truck, and then turn around and come back here to Minnesota to put some nice ramp armor on this ramp. Everything underneath is in really good condition. It's just this masonite on top that's destroyed. So some nice ramp armor on top will make this thing perfect and ready to be skated again. You awake, Brandon?
Barely.
Ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, next stop is St. Joseph, Missouri, exactly 421 miles away from Johnny's mini ramp here, where we will be going there, getting the stuff we need, and returning the very same day. After a little bit of a skate session, we'll see what we got. You gonna need any coffee?
Probably.
Starbucks coffee? Or...
I can run the gas station coffee.
What?
I can run the gas station coffee.
That's what this is. I'm on a subscription. $10 a month for coffee every day.
Okay. Is it like unlimited or like?
One coffee per day. So this was kind of a last minute trip that Brandon and I decided to do this. So literally last night I was up in my garage changing the oil in my truck because we were about to drive like 1,000 miles, and I thought I better do an oil change. I don't know when the last one was due, so that was part of our preparation. I'm pretty proud of myself too because I filmed some of the oil change, so I can insert that in the video.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Some nice B-roll.
Always thinking ahead with some B-roll. There's rush hour traffic. Neither of us are usually up this early.
Not even. I probably wake up closer to the afternoon rush hour traffic.
Yeah, when you're going to work, everybody else is coming home.
Yeah.
Music?
We got music.
Do you want to be on aux?
Sure.
But I'll veto if it sucks. If you listen to like heavy metal, like Josiah and Phil music.
You don't like Josiah and Phil's music?
I don't like Josiah and Phil's music.
I mean, I listen to like more than that.
I listen to a lot of things. I just don't listen to like metal and Blink-182. We entitled this video, Ben Hates Blink-182. Like podcast together. Oh my gosh, earthquake. I can listen to this.
What?
I said I can listen to this.
Okay.
We could have taken your van and then just strapped the ramp armor to the top.
I guess we could have. I've got the little bike rack thing.
How many miles does your van have on it?
250,000.
250K?
Yeah.
That sounds way cooler when you call it $250,000. I wanted to start this video in St. Joseph, Minnesota, because then we could have gone St. Joseph to St. Joseph, and that probably would have been like 500 miles even, I swear. But we would have had to drive like an hour up to St. Joseph from home, and then
That's the opposite direction, isn't it?
and then drive like an extra hour to Missouri, and then back to St. Joseph, and then back home. It would have added like 3 or 4 hours per day, so.
Probably a good idea then.
But it would have been such good clickbait title.
Oh, yeah.
St. Joseph to St. Joseph, even though probably nobody knows, nobody outside of Minnesota or Missouri know what St. Joseph is. Actually, I don't think people, do you even know where St. Joseph, Minnesota is?
No, I have no clue.
It's by St. Cloud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All the Saint congregation. Congregation of Saints. Jump at all. All right, we've been driving through Iowa for the last couple hours, just stopped for gas, but we didn't film much, so we wanted to give a quick update and go through all the exciting things we saw in Iowa. So anyway, now we're headed out to Missouri. We're about halfway there. We got 3 more hours. We're gonna switch from Brandon's music, which has been amazing, by the way. I've never been so entertained by somebody else's music before, so that was a great time. Gonna switch to a podcast until we get there. Probably stop for some food along the way. All right, we stand corrected. There is one interesting thing in Iowa. Look at this hearse that somebody is using as a camper.
It looks like someone is currently dead in the back of that car.
Yeah, they're either dead, maybe they're alive.
Or they're living.
Can you imagine using a hearse as a camper? That's just kind of morbid. That's kind of creepy too.
Especially
like,
if you're
when you
not
buy
the
a
first
used
owner.
camper, you're like, oh gross, some other person has slept in here. That's kind of gross. But when you buy a used hearse, you're like, oh my gosh, there's been 200 dead people in here over the last however many years. That's
Somebody was
nasty.
permanently laid to sleep from that car.
Yeah, facts. How's it going? Good. Good to see ya. So we got some sheep. All right, so back up right over there. Yeah. Sound like a open public kind of. This right? Yeah. Come on, 150. All right, Brandon, you gotta sit back here on the way to sit on, put weight on it on the way home.
Sounds good.
All right, time to strap it up.
Here at the Untitled Skateboards training facility to pick up some more ramp armor for Johnny's half pipe, but now we're gonna skate.
What we're doing now is trying to clean up the skate park. They just got done building these huge quarter pipes, you'll see in a little bit, that we're gonna be moving out of the building because it's going to a different skate park. And this is just some of the building materials. We're gonna clean this up so we can skate a little bit. I'm gonna go straight. So with a little bit of hard work, we got this whole thing cleaned out and now we're ready to skate. Check this out. What's up, Brandon?
What's up?
What's up? My name's Joe Hield. I'm the founder of Untitled Skateboards. Basically, this kind of grew out of just the Lord leading us to kind of start a new thing, and so it just came to us as, you know, it's not about us, like traveling, doing demos, preaching the gospel. It was always just about proclaiming the name of Jesus, and that's the important thing, because we don't want people to go away and we're like, hey, remember me, remember the thing I did. It's like, no, remember who Christ is. We don't have Christ, we're lost. And so this place is the place that the Lord has allowed me to have. This is what's called the Untitled Skateboards TF. So Untitled Skateboards is run out of here, and I need to keep skateboarding because I travel and do events, but I also ramp build because that's one of the things that the Lord has just given me as a talent, and so I build ramps. So I basically skate here anytime I can. I have free time, and then once a week I try to, time permitting, open up the park to the public, people want to come skate, local skaters, anybody who wants to come travel and skate, have fun. I kind of have a kids area, I have a bigger area for people who want to go fast, fly around, do training like me. But also I find myself a lot in the kids area working on new tricks, find those things. It is a training facility. It's about, you know, learning tricks, but also for me, the whole training is, you know, the word says, train a child up the way he should go, and when he's older, he'll not depart from it. So the idea of Untitled Skateboards training facility is we want to teach people the word of God. It's going to grow into a place that we're pulling people into, telling them the good news of Jesus Christ, and hopefully sending people back out there in the world, here, there, everywhere, to proclaim the name of Jesus, the name above all names, that name that heaven and earth is going to pass away, but his name, his word will never pass away. So that's what this place is about. The boards on the wall are just kind of progression. Some of the older boards, the very oldest, are one was like my first board into my first pro board. And then kind of some Mana boards that kind of meant something to me back today, because Untitled is birthed out of Mana Skateboards. Rode for Mana for 5 years and did that. Traveled all around the U.S. doing that, and then kind of transitioned straight into Untitled. We just got launched into doing 50, 60 demos, events a year, just all the places, many events we could possibly do, we were doing. So right now we just kind of moved this 10-foot tall, 16-foot wide quarter pipe, too big for my facility, and that's for a men's conference that I'm doing for this church called James River. I think there's like 26 medals between all the guys that are going to be there. As far as like, you know, gold medals and stuff like that. So these are all like top athlete pros coming to ride this contest, and so we've like ordered special ramps in from overseas. Actually, we're struggling to get those, and then yeah, we're just doing everything we can to make this thing happen. And of course, the purpose of that is to build men up and to train, get them to turn around and lead their families in the way they should go. So
Sweet. All right, want to go ride?
I do.
All right.
Some fives, eights, 8 quarter, 8 5.
Brandon? You gotta check them out.
This is it.
So Sean's coming. So you probably want to get some of Sean's boards.
Yes, get plenty of Sean's.
Oh yeah.
So we got.
I follow this brand on Instagram.
Untitled?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Brandon.
Hey, you right.
You say that right in front of the owner, founder and owner. All right, Brandon, you got 60 seconds to pick out a dozen boards.
A dozen boards.
Yeah. Make sure they're varying sizes.
They all gotta be different.
Do you want to get one
No,
of Sean's?
They don't have to be
We'll
all
take one of
different.
these Sean's. Should we get an A5 one too?
Yes.
That's sick.
Sweet. That's a dozen, right?
That is a dozen. Let me recount just because I apparently failed math.
I trust just counting. I think we're ready to go. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you. Ben. Yep. What's your guys' name? Zach.
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these guys run a ministry in Minneapolis, St. Paul called JSAW, and they have a pretty sick skate park at their thing. Like
Built by the
skateboard,
best.
Trampolines and.
Sweet. All right.
Dude,
Well, thanks
thanks
so much.
Good to meet you, dude.
Good luck with that ramp project. Sounds like a fun event.
Well, I'll tell you later.
All right, we're off. Backing out of Judd's driveway here. That was sweet.
That was tight.
That was a fun park once it got all cleaned up.
Yeah, super rad park.
We are so late right now heading out. We were supposed to head out an hour and a half ago, but we spent a lot of time like moving that ramp and stuff. So we can't go that way. So we had to skate, but
Couldn't go there and not get a section.
you can't go there and not skate. Yeah, that would have been lame. So we basically had no choice but to be late.
Yeah. Being in that park's like being a kid in a candy shop.
The kid in the kid. It's like being a Ben and a Brandon inside of a rural DQ. It takes forever. We stopped at DQ on the way and it took so long. So we have a bunch of Skatelite in the back, so we have to drive less fast, maybe. So we got a dozen boards to take back to the shop and put on the wall for sale. So lots of kids and adults. I have a feeling it's mostly going to be the Thursday night guys that buy all of them.
I think I agree.
David,
Thursday or Friday.
That should be David. David will buy it.
David will Blade. I'll buy one of them too.
Yeah. Blade will buy it. Josiah will go, that's sick!
And then
Oh my gosh, that's sick! And then he'll never buy one because we messed up and we didn't order one in the right size.
Even though we have one of every single
we didn't read
size.
Josiah's mind and order one in the right size. Kansas City. Oh shoot, that's not where we want to go.
Are we on the wrong way?
I don't know. All right, it's just past midnight. We just made it back to Brandon's house. We got our skateboards. We got our Skatelite. We're all set. Brandon, what are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna go straight to sleep.
Me too.
No hesitation.
Well, I'm gonna drive home first and go. All right, see you, man.
All right.
Have a good night rest.
Not tomorrow.
Sleep tight. Yeah, see you not tomorrow.
All right, man.
So I'm just pulling into my neighborhood. I'm so ready to go to bed, but right after I dropped off Brandon pulling out of his neighborhood, I heard this noise from my truck, this grinding noise. I don't know when that happened, but I noticed it because the music was off and I was driving out of Brandon's neighborhood, and it's just this grinding, every revolution of the wheel is a grinding noise. So I'm so glad we made it back without any issues with that. I'm gonna have to get that, start working on that tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for watching. This was a super fun journey. In the next video, we're actually gonna be putting this Skatelite onto the mini ramp, so check back in for that. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, comment any questions below, and like the video before you head out. Also, I'm gonna pop up on the screen another video that I think you might be interested in, so check that out.